I made so much money. Les, I made so much money. I bought this thing for nothing. I found it at the junkyard. I bought it for $200. Les, we're making these things for $10. We're selling them for $200. Can you imagine? We're gonna be rich. Guys, I want to talk to you today. And sorry, my bay is a disaster. Which is, by the way, it seems like a bad thing. It's important to be organized. That's another story. It's important to be efficient. But this also means it's busy season. So in a way, I'm kind of happy about that. It hasn't messed anything up. I'm going to be organizing it today. It's Wednesday. It's not that busy. Wednesdays typically are the least busy day. But anyways, I have these people coming to me, friends, and you get this a lot. And it happens to me too. I can't be faulted for it. I deal with some antique books sometimes. Don't ask me what. Let's not get into that. I bought a book for $8. I sold it for $200. I'm super stoked. But that's not the point. What matters is net profit, guys. Sure, you sell something, you make something for $10, and those are your sort of general time and parts for that item, and then you sell it for $200. And that's sort of the gross profit, right? But think about everything else. Because if you only sell 10 units of this thing, or even 20, 30, 40, that might not cover the basics. The labor, perhaps you have an employee, perhaps you have 10 employees, perhaps you have a commercial space like this, or bigger. I mean, this is pretty much the smallest commercial space you can get, or let's say industrial space. So guys, it doesn't matter. You grow, and I mean, it's important. Gross profit margins, of course, are important. But they don't matter unless you got some quantity behind them. Okay? And also, take always into consideration when you're pricing things out. Oh, I'm going to make tons of money on this. But what about everything else? They pay with Visa. Visa, or the service takes, 3% of that? Say you make $100,000. That's $3,000. Gone right there, $3,000. What about your taxes? I mean, there's so many little things that you have to consider. So be smart about pricing. And realize that, feel good about that gross profit. But really never forget in the back of your mind that net profit. Here, let's wander over here. Let's take a look at this invoice. Sorry, I'm kind of trapped. Literally trapped in this space here. We're almost there. Okay, let's take a look at this invoice really quick. All right, so this was for a 2-week period, by the way. Normally we would charge more, but I didn't want to lose the job. Okay, and let's actually write this down. So now look, it seems like a lot of money, and it is. And sorry, I can't really hold this without this moving. But take into consideration that, and in this case, this was priced out adequately. We made a huge profit margin. I mean, gas was probably $160. Labor, I did most of the work, so it was maybe $100. And then it's a wear and tear on your vehicle. No, so this is the gross profit margin. Labor, materials and labor, gross profit margin. So almost $1,300. But don't forget, this is out of town, so driving, there was 6 hours of driving, 1.5 hours away from town, 1.5 hours away from town, and you do that trip 4 times. So that's a lot of wear and tear on the truck, on the trailer. It was a trailer in this case. And if you don't have 10, 20 of those jobs per month, that means nothing because it's not covering the basic costs. So guys, if you have invoices that are much worse than that, you might be in trouble later on. Remember, price things adequately because that net profit, those expenses for that portion and your accounting and your budget, whatever, are a killer. Take it easy. Let's get some business done. We'll see you guys later.